Recording.
Yes.
We're both recording.
What? We are?
I'm a dude. He's a
a
dude. She's
Good
a
Burger
dude.
2 coming out.
We're all dudes.
Woo! Well, hello, everybody.
No.
No?
No. You guys.
Why not?
You guys all just go fuck yourselves. How about that?
These are our listeners. We're trying to get more of them, not less of them.
Cash me outside. How about that?
Okay. Bad Baby or whatever the fuck your name is.
No, her name is whatever her original name is, and she should stop trying to pretend to be like a good rapper or singer.
Yeah.
Because she's not either of those things. God, if Tupac was alive, I feel like he would shoot her right in her fat face. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if all the gangsters from the 90s, if she was around then, they'd be like, she's like the fucking laughingstock of what is hardcore.
I think they might still respect her more than mumble rappers.
No, I don't know. At least mumble rappers come from the fucking streets.
Yeah, but they're not really fucking rapping.
She comes
or
from a
having
middle class home in fucking New Jersey, dude. I think. I guess I don't know for sure. I'm just guessing.
Maybe they would hate each other. We hate them equally. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
All right. Well, welcome back, guys.
Yeah.
We are Soul of a Gamer.
Yes.
I'm Scott.
And I'm Steven.
And every week we tell you about a game we play. So we hope you enjoyed our last week's game, which was...
I'm going to draw a blank on this one.
You got this. You got this.
It wasn't Mortal Kombat.
You got it.
Oh, I did?
You
No,
got...
it wasn't
No,
Mortal Kombat.
I'm saying you... I'm still giving you affirmation.
Oh, well, thanks for the love and support, even though I totally fucked it up.
You're fucking it up big time, guys.
I mean, it's just
Guys,
the absolute worst, and now I'm cheating. Oh, it's Amnesia! The one I didn't finish because I'm a bitch.
I'm sitting here like, he's going to know the answer. He's going to get it. It was the one he couldn't even play.
Yeah, that's probably why I forgot about it.
Whatever. But yeah, we hope you enjoyed Amnesia, The Dark Descent last week. That was a fun game for me, at least. I thought it was middle of the road. Again, you could probably find a better horror game that has everything you want in it. That one did an okay job, especially as an introductory game into horror, and as the first one to really do all those things.
True.
But this week, we are playing...
Max Payne 2. The Fall of Max Payne.
They should have just said The Fall of Pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds better. Yes, Max Payne 2. We are back at Sequel Series.
Yes.
And yeah, let's just get this fucking thing on the road.
What's on the box?
Alrighty. So I got the box here. I pulled up the original Xbox because this was still on the original Xbox and PS2 era.
Is it cool looking?
It isn't bad. I actually really kind of like this silhouette cover, the black and white with the Max Payne's name in red. It's a really kind of a cool box.
Is it the one where it's like him
and Mona holding each other with their guns?
Yeah, like the classic detective way of doing things?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. It's pretty enjoyable.
Yeah, I like it. The front of the box looks really cool. All right. Well, what about the back?
Yes. Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne, a film noir love story. His life in ruins. Max Payne finds himself back on the NYPD. During a routine murder investigation, he runs into Mona Sachs, a woman he thought dead. A femme fatale murder suspect. She holds the keys to the questions that haunt him. But nothing is simple in the dark and tragic night of New York City. An army of underworld thugs stands between Max and the answers he seeks. His journey deeper into his own personal hell continues.
That's pretty good.
Right? And then it says, Bullet Time is back and it's better than ever.
It was. It honestly was. They were very accurate on everything they said there. Yeah, that's pretty good. This back of the box actually really does a good job of explaining the game, not giving too much away, and giving you a little sneak peek of try our new Bullet Time.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a couple of different quotes on here as well. It's got 6 different pictures that shows different action scenes and characters, and then It's even got another little thing like intense cinematic 3D action game with unique bullet time gameplay. They're really trying to sell these bullet time.
Yeah.
It's understandable.
This game, by the way, hold on, I got it all written down right here. This is made by Remedy Entertainment and published by Rockstar, clearly.
Yes.
I think we fucked that up on the last episode with Max Payne. We said it was made by Rockstar, but it was actually made by Remedy Entertainment. So sorry, Remedy. Remedy Entertainment is famous for Max Payne, Quantum Break, Alan Wake, and Control.
Yes.
I've never heard of Control before, but the other ones I definitely have.
Control actually ties in with Alan Wake.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yep.
So yeah, and the company's actually working on Max Payne 1 and 2 remake.
Oh, fuck yes, I'm so down.
Yeah, so they are it's supposed to come out next year, I want to say.
Okay.
So yeah, it's coming pretty close now.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, that back of the box was good. I'll give it a pretty high rating.
Yeah, I give it 9 shillings and a dingbat.
Okay, well, that's, almost unbeatable. That's like Harambe's heart.
Oh, whoa. I'm not saying it's worth like $18 billion here.
Yeah, I think this is like Harambe's scrotum, which is still pretty high.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that probably kiss that scrotum.
Yeah, so Harambe scrotum, I'm giving it a Harambe scrotum.
All right.
All right, well, let's just move on to our next segment.
Are we jamming?
What do you think about that? Are we jamming?
You know what? We are definitely jamming. This game did everything right. It hired really fucking good audio actors, right? It got amazing mixers. It had not an original song at the end of the game, but a fucking song they pulled from a band I've never heard of before. Like, they did a really good job with the game's sound in general.
Yeah.
And just really fast, stars of this game, James McCaffrey as Max Payne. He's pretty famous for his roles in video games, mostly Max Payne, honestly. But he did appear in the Max Payne movie as an FBI agent, apparently. Which
nice.
I thought that was funny. That's like it's like when, what was that movie that just came out recently?
FNAF?
It's one of those games you like in the last year or so.
Oh, God. You're gonna
Uncharted?
Oh, Uncharted. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, because
he's on the beach.
Nolan North is on the beach, yeah.
Yeah, so like it's cool little stuff like that we like when we see these video game movies, because there's no way the guys can actually play the actors, or play the characters. But man, it rocks when they're actually in the fucking movies.
Oh yeah, The Last of Us did that too with Troy Baker and Angela Johnson as well.
Oh, that's cool, nice.
Yeah.
Wendy Hoops as Mona Sachs. She really doesn't have a lot of credits to her name. All these actors after her have no big time credits. She was in Captain America Winter Soldier just as a doctor. Like they're always like extra people in big movies which is pretty funny. Julia Murney actually played the original Mona Sachs. This is a recast for Mona.
Oh, okay. I didn't even notice that.
Yep. Jonathan Davis as Vladimir Lem, Vince Verito as Jim Bravura, who was the chief detective, Jennifer Server as Winterson, John Braden as Alfred Woden, and Fred Berman as Vinny Gognitti, who I think really fucking stole the show. I loved Vinny's voice acting.
Vinny was pretty fun.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, overall, the sound was really good. I really liked the sound of all the weapons. I loved the music. The background music was really good for everything you did. I loved when you pressed, if you pressed start, or if you went into the menu, there was a little sound, like a soundtrack playing in the menu, but that wasn't playing in the game, which I thought was fucking cool.
Yeah. Well, and every time you press start, too, it would just, rotate the camera around your character, which was interesting.
Yeah.
One thing I want to bring up with sounds that I thought was really funny, because there was a couple times I was playing this, and my wife just kept on hearing, moaning and stuff. There's a lot of people watching adult films in this game.
Or just having sex. There was one point where people are literally just having sex, and you're listening outside their room.
Yes. Or there's even a character that starts to get it on, and you hear moaning as they show you like clip art of them taking off their clothes and stuff like that. So it was kind of funny a couple of times. Like Jin looked over, like, "What the fuck are you doing over there?" And I'm just like, "Oh, I'm just watching porn. Don't worry."
Don't worry, I'm watching porn while playing a game, but both are in the same world.
Yeah, which the porn on the screen was hilarious because it was just like a woman's mouth, and she just like was rubbing her lips and just like kissing and licking her lips, and then you just hear moaning and shit.
It's like the old school phone sex operators. Like they try to make phone sex, but on the TV, which is fun.
Yeah.
They did have a lot of like cool little answering machine stuff you could hear, funny stuff. They had some cool TV commercials in here that were really good. They brought back
Captain Baseball or whatever.
Yeah, Captain Baseball Bat Boy, which I thought was fucking hilarious. I love that character in the first one, and they fleshed him out so much more in this one. It was such a good fucking homage.
It really was.
But all the cool TV shows were really nice because you get this like awesome audio where you could just sit there and listen to an entire story about like there's a detective show on TV, Captain Baseball Bat Boy. You get to hear his thrilling adventure trying to save what's her name, Miss Helmet Head, I think.
Yeah. Well, and isn't the detective series like Captain Dick or something?
No, it's I think it's Dick Justice. That's his name. Dick Justice. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I wrote it down. It was one of my favorite points of the fucking thing, having Dick Justice on there.
One of my favorite things that I laughed at a lot is in the actual police precinct. When you go to the break room, there's two guys just watching TV in there, and because you can interact with the TV and turn it off. If you turn it off, like the guys will actually be like, "Hey, what the fuck, Payne? I was watching that."
Whoa, hey, oh!
And then
they're all
he grabs the
Italian.
remote. He grabs the remote and turns it back on. And then I went and turned it back off. And then he was like, "What? What are you doing?" And turns it back on. And we like actually got into a fight because I kept on turning it off.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, really
that's
funny.
like it's like prison. You don't fucking change the channel if someone's watching something, you know?
Yeah, or
it's
go
like
turn it off in front of their face.
Yeah, it's like prison. It's like prison on TV because I think if you did that in real life, you'd get killed.
But I love that they actually put in that detail of you can turn off a TV and they'll actually grab the remote and be like, "What are you doing? I'm watching that," and turn it back on. Like
very fucking like I said, this is like Bronx, fucking New York. Just everyone's like in a bad mood all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, audio in this game, fucking on point. Literally, this is the big improvement. In the first game, we couldn't even hear the fucking sounds or the characters' voices. In this game, I had no problems.
Yeah, this one I had so little bugs or game crashes in, like, actually none. No game crashes for me in this one.
Yeah, this one, I had one weird one there where it crashed and restarted, but it restarted me at the point where it crashed, so it was fine.
Oh, okay.
Not a big deal. I guess they probably did that for the port on purpose.
Yeah.
But that, again, it's okay. And like I said, audio almost perfect, way better than the first one. Fucking like stellar star, guys. Seriously, you fucking rocked out on this one versus the first one's audio.
Mm-hmm. Because ports of the first one's audio were absolutely astronomically terrible.
Yeah, I couldn't hear the entire thing. Remember, during that fucking whole course of playing that game, I couldn't hear any characters' voices. I got the bullet sounds and the stepping sound, no music sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because I remember me telling you that he actually like read it as a noir detective, and
I
you're like, wait, what?
I knew that by the end of the game because I had one fucking comic strip actually have his voice on it, whereas all the other ones didn't.
True.
So voice acting in the first one, I couldn't judge it because I couldn't hear anything, but this one definitely better. You want to move on from here?
Yeah.
How does it play?
And for how does it play for this one, I have to say it plays, like we already said with the audio, it plays phenomenally smoother than the first one.
Yeah, like it's so much better than the first one. I actually used the bullet time in this one, which I did not use the first one, because the first one, it sucked. It was just, it was terrible. It didn't make any sense how it reloaded itself. It reloaded super slowly. You could only get it off kills.
Yeah, I didn't use the bullet time at first in this game because of that, and then I was like looking up some stuff with the game, and I saw that someone's like, dude, use bullet time in this one. It's so much better. So I started using it, like rounding almost every single corner, and you can blow through this game in bullet time. And it is so fantastic. Yeah, it really does.
It's like the best part of this game is that bullet time. It actually matters, which is nice. Like I said, in the first one I didn't use it at all. In this one it was like a nonstop. I'm always in bullet time.
Yeah, and it regenerates way quicker in this one. It's so smooth.
In the first one,
I do love that.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I really do love the. I love the reload animation in bullet time for this, because you actually like get down and do like a full spin.
Yeah,
like
you do everything one-handed for some reason, even though you don't have to.
Cool.
I love having two guns because he like just fucking spins and he's like, it's reloaded now, magic.
Yep.
So compared to the first one, bullet time, you could only reload, I believe, through kills, and it was a very tiny amount you could reload. And you reloaded more when you were in bullet time. In this one, it was like bullet time reloaded by itself as long as you weren't using it and moving around, and then you got a shit ton for killing people. So if you could like blast off 7 people in a row, you could waste no bullet time at all, which was really cool.
Yeah.
It completely changed the dynamic of this game. That bullet time really fucking made this game good.
I have to agree. Like, there's just nothing I can say more about it. And like, there's a reason they have bullet time on the back of the box like 4 different times.
Yeah.
Like, it is the selling point of this game.
Yeah, they did a great job. Sorry, I'm looking at everything. I'm trying to remember all of my notes.
A couple of the puzzles and stuff, I mean puzzles, I should say. They're not really like puzzles.
There's no real puzzles in this game.
Some of the levels were a little hard to figure out where to go. It didn't take too long. Like, it maybe took you like 5 minutes to figure out where to go or something. But there is times, especially like in the burning down areas, where you like walk into a room and there's no way out, and there's 18 barrels exploding in your face, and it's just a little like kind of hard and convoluted to find where you need to go. And a lot of times it's like jumping down into an area you didn't see, or climbing up a staircase you didn't think you could.
Oh, you know what that's called, Steven? Exploration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. The platforming, there's a tiny little bit of platforming in this one. It is better than the first one, but there is still some sections where like your character doesn't jump very far or very high. So some of the sections where you had to jump, I died a few times just because like you have to get those jump pretty perfectly.
No,
in
you
some areas.
don't. I disagree. The platforming in this game was so much easier than the first one. It wasn't even fun.
100%. It's not even close.
And also, I
didn't
even try on the platforming, and I didn't die. So I'm guessing you just like missed your marks. Like,
well, okay. I also suck at platforming, and it's very on the record. So I'm just saying.
But just so you guys know, the platforming actually is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I had no troubles. Sometimes I just I tried to do shit just because I felt like it, and then I couldn't do it, and then I died, and I thought that was funny. But like, otherwise, the platforming in this game, they don't have a lot of it, which is really fucking nice. They didn't do that whole like jump from this spot to this spot, but you have to do it so perfect that even like God couldn't do it. Good luck. Like, it wasn't any of that shit anymore. It was like it was so much better. So much better.
And the
platforming
dream
nearly
sections
perfect.
were so much better.
Yeah, dream sections, they killed the dream sections. They're way better. It was more like they picked a regular map and put it kind of wavy, which is fine with me because the original dream sections were just so buggy and shitty all the time.
Yeah, they were awful.
So, and no bugs, no walls I ran into in this. One thing that this game does that's kind of annoying, it just takes some getting used to. It's not like it's a bad thing. It's just a little annoying after playing newer games, is you have to save state everything.
Yes.
And that's the way old games were. They didn't have as many checkpoints as we have now, like where you could die at any point and just go back about 5 seconds or something. In this one, you could die and then load back like 2 hours if you haven't saved in 2 hours.
Yeah, but at least with this, you can skip all the cutscenes and stuff. Yeah. So it wasn't too terrible to have to replay certain sections again.
Yeah. You do always start back out at the level you're on, which is nice, I guess. But they don't have any checkpoints on levels, so you always start back at the beginning of the level.
Yep.
So if you're at the end of the level and you die and you haven't saved, well, tough shit.
Yep, just save after going into after clearing every room.
Every time I fought, I saved. I had F5 on the fucking F5, F9. Those are my two best friends.
I played on the Xbox, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, port was way better. Everything was way better with this. I felt really good about all of that. Let me check my old notes here, make sure I have nothing else I need to do. Oh,
you got notes, you nerd.
One more thing I noticed. I don't know if you saw this. At one point in the game near the end, when you're back in one of the areas you've previously been in. No, the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
So in the restaurant, there's a mirror hanging on the wall.
Okay.
If I look into the mirror, my head isn't there, but everything else is.
Interesting.
I thought that was funny. I'm like, did they do that on purpose? But you can
Probably
see your...
not.
Like, I thought I was wearing sunglasses because there's, like, dark spectacles over my eyes, but it's just my eyes. That's all that's all. Yeah, that's all that's in the mirror is your eyes, your head's gone, your hair is gone, and then your whole body is there. Just your eyes are there for your head. I thought that was really funny.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really weird.
Yeah, I didn't notice that at all.
Yeah, super, super fucking weird. All right, well, let's move on.
It's time for reviews.
I hit the wrong button.
It's a good
Sorry
thing.
about the pause in time.
There's going to be no pause because I'm going to edit it, so you hit the button on time, Stephen.
Yes, I did. Shut up,
hit it
people.
on time.
Yes, I'm great and fantastic. All right, well, I got some reviews for us.
Oh, sorry, we're not in story. We're in reviews. I keep forgetting. New segment.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to start out with a negative review for the game and then go to a mediocre review, then a high praise for the game. So, SPX Core says, not worth buying.
Okay.
I also got quite disappointed about this game. Sure, the graphics are good and the bullet time is also better than in the first game, but why does it have to be so short? It took me about 4 hours to complete the whole game, and the story also kind of sucked. Waste of money if you ask me.
All right. Well, that's what they think.
Yeah. I mean, he gave that, like, no rating. Like, it was just, yeah.
Is it 1 star?
I think so.
All right.
Which, a little harsh.
So I guess.
That is, like,
not,
the number one gripe.
It almost makes it sound like the game is unplayable or something, but instead
Yeah.
he's like, I love this fucking game, but it's short as shit and I hate it.
Which that's my biggest thing I've been getting so angry at with people on TikTok and reviews and everything lately. People would be like, oh, Spider-Man's $70. Spider-Man 2 is $70 and it's only a 30-hour game. Is it even fucking worth it? The most extremely extravagant graphics and gameplay I've ever had in a game, and such amazing replayability, and
I think
easily...
it's bullshit that it's $70 and not $60. They're raising the prices now after 30 years. Fuck you guys.
It's after 30 years and it raised to $10.
You go fuck yourselves.
While the price of gas and milk has gone up like 1,000,000,000%.
Yeah, and my paycheck has gone up less than 1%. So
Yes.
that's bullshit.
But I just really do hate the argument. Like, if the game's really amazing and you had a ton of fun with it, like, it does not matter how long the game is.
Yeah, that's true. And like I had that same gripe on True Colors. The what's it?
Life is
Strange.
Life is Strange. Yeah.
Life is Strange True Colors. I had that same gripe because it was like an 8-hour game, but it was $60, and I'm like, well, this is fucking bullshit. How am I supposed to enjoy $60 worth of gameplay in 8 hours? And then I played it, and I'm like, I'm a fucking idiot. That's the problem. The problem. Don't worry. God, what's his gaming company name? I always forget their fucking name.
Deck 9.
Deck 9. Thank you.
Yeah,
Don't worry,
yeah.
Deck 9 Games. You're not the problem. I am.
All right, so mediocre review for this. DMR Feliciano says it's a decent game. Max Payne game has another sequel which is slightly less accurate than the first one. For example, in the mission with Mona, where you have to fight your way through the flames, is nearly unplayable. But there's also good things in the game, like the improved bullet time. But this game is rather difficult. You have to do impossible things like walking on very small balconies where you fall off very easily, or getting shot when reloading, or accidentally shooting your partner, Mike the Cowboy, for instance.
You know what's funny about that is I just killed him right away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sorry, that's something I forgot to say in gameplays. The partners are actually really annoying because they just shoot at you.
Yeah.
Because they try to shoot through you when there's someone in front of you and they're behind you.
Yep.
which, doesn't work because then they just kill you. So from Mike the Cowboy onward, anytime I got like a partner walking around with me, I just shot them right away and killed them.
That's fair.
Yeah.
There's certain instances you can't kill your partner and you lose if they die, but
yeah,
for the most part,
only
that's
a couple.
Fair. Yeah. But then he said the graphics in the game are greatly improved compared to the first game, but some things still have to be fixed, like little bugs and getting shot by your partner for no reason. I will advise you not to buy this game first, but rent it and to check it out if it's a taste in your gaming.
It's funny that he says rent it.
Right.
That doesn't happen anymore. How long was that from?
That was from 2005.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense what he's talking about.
Yeah.
He's playing it was a 2003 game, I think, so he's already playing it 2 years after it came out. What a dickhole.
True.
Giving it a review 2 years after it came out. It's like me going on giving a review today. Graphics aren't as cool as Spider-Man 2's. Don't understand why they would ever release this game.
Seriously, though.
Go fuck yourself.
And then for the good review, I have Who the Fuck Are You? is the name.
Okay.
And he put, very morbid story driven by a gritty narrative. The continuation to the Max Payne is similar in gameplay to its predecessor, I can't fucking speak, except for the newly added bullet time reload, which actually very effective in instances. But that's okay because the gameplay was good to begin with. Secondly, the story proves that Max Payne is easily one of the most ruthless, mature video games out today.
I agree.
This was, also back in 2004 for that review.
Yeah. See, that makes sense because you do it today and it's like, kind of played this game, sucked compared to Halo 3.
I mean, if you're comparing it to Halo 3, that's what god tier of among video games.
I would say it's actually just as good or better than Halo 2.
Max Payne 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
besides multiplayer aspects, just single player campaigns. Yeah. I would agree.
I think that they should have put a multiplayer in. I don't know if it had one originally, but man, they should have put one in.
I don't think so.
That would have been really smart of them because that game really screamed multiplayer exclusive. But I think they have a multiplayer in Max Payne 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it just has one player. Sure. It doesn't have any multiplayer.
Yep.
This game came out in HTV 480p.
Nice. All right. Well, let's go.
It's story time. Let's get started.
All right, end the story.
All right. Let me give you my little brief rundown.
Spiel.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a little longer than the last one. Sorry, more shit happens in this game than it did in the last one. It has been 2 years since the events of the first game ended. Max Payne decided to leave the DEA and go back to the New York Police Department as a detective. He's able to do that through his contact from the first game, Alfred Woden, in the Inner Circle, by the way. So that's, I know, like, what you're thinking. I thought the same thing. I'm like, how could he just go back after killing all those people? But that's how it goes out. The game starts out with Max in a hospital. He has just had some kind of procedure or surgery and wakes up dazed. He does not immediately remember what has happened to him, but he knows it's something bad. He searches around the hospital and discovers several assassins are targeting him. He avoids most and kills one assassin. He makes his way to the morgue and finds the body of a woman that he has apparently killed. The game then flashes back to the events that led up to this moment. Max decides to investigate a gunfight in a warehouse, even though it is a beat cop thing. He wants to go based on a feeling he has. He hears gunshots as he arrives and also hears a woman scream. He also knows this warehouse belongs to Vladimir Lem, an ally of his from the first game. He goes into the warehouse and is attacked by a group of thugs known as the Cleaners. The Cleaners try to kill him as he makes his way up to the screaming he heard. The Cleaners are able to kill the person who screamed, a woman who's involved with organized crime and sells guns. Max runs into Mona Sachs, a contract killer who he had thought died while trying to avenge the death of her twin sister 2 years ago during the events of the first game. Max makes his way out of the warehouse and heads for Vladimir Lem's restaurant in order to get more information on the Cleaners and why they attacked his warehouse. He arrives to find Vlad attacked by a rival, Vinny Gognetti. Max saves Vlad from Vinny, and Vlad tells him Vinny is trying to take over the arms business in the city. Max goes home and is attacked at his apartment. Mona shows up and gives him the heads up that there is a hit on Max and her. She's also wanted for murder by another detective, Winterson. That's
She
Detective.
doesn't also give him heads up, but she also gives him head.
Yes, that's later.
Oh yeah, that is.
I don't think they get to have sex.
They. Well, there's like one scene where she's taking off her clothes,
And then they hear an explosion right after,
Oh
right
yeah,
when
I
her
guess
top's
that is
about
true.
to go off.
That is true.
All right. Mona brings the cleaners to Max's apartment, so she leaves and Max chases after her. He escapes his apartment building and goes to Mona's hideout, a fun house. He confronts Mona about what they should do, and she tells him they should find her contact who told her about the hit. He finds the contact dead in some high-scale apartments. Mona ends up arrested and Max ends up suspended because of his reckless actions. Max begins to suspect Winterson of being a dirty cop. The cleaners then break into the police station to kill Mona and Max. Mona and Max escape the police station. They head to a construction site to gain more knowledge on who is attacking them. They kill a ton of the cleaners and Winterson shows up and points a gun at Mona. Max loves Mona, so he shoots Winterson, and Winterson shoots him. He falls down into the construction pit, which, by the way, when he falls down into that pit, you know what I started doing?
What?
I know you don't know this because you probably have never watched it because you're not cool. But
Okay.
there's the show, not Arrested Development, Parks and Recreation.
Okay.
There's a part in there where the guy fell into a pit at the beginning, and then he writes a song about it near the end of the series. And
Okay.
and so I turned on the song as he's falling into the pit, and it's like, I fell into the pit. She fell into the pit. It's really, it's fun.
Okay, I didn't see that episode, but I do know a little Parks and Rec.
You should watch the whole thing because that pit thing is just
I really
like
should.
fucking fire. All right, where was I? He falls down in the pit. Okay, he falls down into the construction pit, and the game brings us back to the hospital. Max escapes the hospital and visits Senator Alfred Woden, who is also from the first game. Woden tells Max that Vlad is the bad guy and wants to control the city's crime and the Inner Circle, which he is a member of. Max goes back to the restaurant, but Vlad already left to kill Vinny. Max then finds Vinny being attacked by the cleaners and tries to help him survive so Vinny can help Max kill Vlad. Vinny was put into a Captain Baseball Bat Boy outfit with a giant head. If the head is removed or takes too much damage, the entire thing explodes. Max gets Vinny out and takes him back to the fun house, but Vlad is there. Mona arrives to find Max near dead and Vinny blown up. Mona and Max head to the Woden's house because Vlad is going to go there to kill him. They invade the house and kill more cleaners. Mona was working with Woden to kill Vlad and would have had to kill Max as well, but cannot do it because she loves him. Vlad then appears behind her and shoots her in the back. Da, da, da. Woden leaves his panic room to stop all of the violence and is shot too. Max then chases and kills Vlad. Max returns from Mona as she dies and watches her go. The police arrive to the scene to find everyone dead, except Max Payne.
Very, very good summary. Very clear, concise.
I just, the dumbest part of that whole story to me, the
triple backstabbing of the backstabbers of the backstabbing?
No, I'm okay with that because it's like, what a twist. It's that funny, like, they're doing it because it's like a noir thing to do. Like, and that makes sense. Woden coming out of the panic room.
Yes, that
Why?
was so fucking dumb.
Why? Why did he he already shot Mona. What the fuck is he gonna do now?
I don't even know. That was so dumb.
So dumb. And then it made me think, like, wait, is Mona his kid or something? Like, why would he care about Mona so much? And it never really explains why. Maybe he thinks she's hot. Maybe she's like,
I mean, she is hot.
but maybe she's like a personal friend's like daughter or something.
That's probably it, honestly.
Yeah, I was just confused. And guys, if you don't remember Mona is the person from the first game. You find her sister dead in, I think it was Punchinelli?
Yes.
Yeah, the Punchinelli crime family. You find her sister dead in a brothel owned by the in the Punchinelli's mansion.
Yes.
Because I think Punchinelli killed her.
Yes.
And she's mad about that, so she wants to get revenge, but she gets shot in the head.
Mm-hmm.
And so you think she's dead, but her body disappears. I even said this in the first one. I'm like, I don't know if she's dead because her body just kind of fucking vanished. But
if you don't see them die on screen, they're not dead.
Well, I mean, you saw her get shot on screen in the head, so I don't know.
I mean, you also see Max Payne get shot in the head in this one.
Yeah, but Max Payne, like, he's the main character, so he's not going to die until the end of the game.
It's just funny how many, like, you have two main characters in this that both get shot in the head and survive.
Yep. And it's so sad too because they clearly loved each other, and then they didn't.
Yeah.
That's the noir thing, is like you never get to be happy as the main character.
Yep.
So,
Well, and I love that line that Vlad actually says to him at the end, where he actually says, like, "Why are you trying to stay alive so long? Why won't you just die, Max? You're unhappy all the fucking time. You're a waste of fucking human space.
It's
Like,
so true.
just fucking die."
So true. But yeah, the entirety of the story is actually a fucking. I disagree with that first review so much. I think it's light years ahead of the first one. I didn't
It's a
feel
little
like,
convoluted, like, during it, but, like, honestly, like, it is a little easier to follow, and it's way more, like, streamlined and concise.
Yes. I don't know. I didn't even think it was convoluted. In my opinion, the story couldn't have been any better than what they presented.
That's fair.
Like, I think they found a good way to tell that story. I didn't fight 7 fucking guys I thought were the final boss, so I'm going to call that a win.
That's true.
I only fought one guy who was very clearly the final boss. And a
Yes.
very annoying fucking... It took me so long to figure out what to do in that part. I was so annoyed.
That one I actually figured out instantly. Like, I figured... Because the first one I really struggled with
I felt
what to
so
do in that boss
stupid.
fight. Yeah.
Because I didn't figure out the first part because he ends up just saying, maybe I should try to get that thing down on my level. And I'm like, oh, okay, so shoot those. Got it. And then I look at it and I'm like, okay, well, I still can't see him, so I bet I shoot the thing above him. And then I couldn't figure out where to shoot it, so I'm like, so I must not do that. I have to climb up here somehow. And then eventually he says, I should bring that thing down that's also above him. I'm like, God damn it, I thought of that right away and I didn't do it right.
I saw red in the sea of green up there.
I
And I
didn't-
was like,
I didn't
shoot the
see
red
it.
things.
I wasn't paying enough attention, apparently. I did not see the fucking red things.
Yeah.
Ugh, I felt so stupid.
What was your favorite level?
Funhouse. First time in the Funhouse.
First time Funhouse.
Yeah, first time in the Funhouse. That Funhouse is the most amazing thing. There's nothing better. I was just having fun, just going around shooting all the fucking, like, the pop-up cardboard. Oh my god, it was so good.
It was such a unique thing. It's such a fun twist, and it was a little annoying that you went back to the level 3 times.
Yeah.
But it was by far, especially the first time, and then, like, setting off some of the traps the second time, like hitting the people with the giant syringe in the elevator. That was really cool. But yeah, I have to agree. The Funhouse was just
I love the
so
first
cool.
time with the syringe because you think it's going to destroy you, and then it's just like a
it's
a
just
retractable fucking syringe.
and it just like locks the elevator and puts it in place or whatever.
Yeah, I thought that no, it unlocks it. I think.
Or that's what it was.
It unlocks the elevator, which I thought was really funny. They did a great job with that. That level was fucking killer. I don't know if Remedy really if anyone really praised them for how good that level was, but man, Remedy, you guys killed it on that level.
The worst level was the construction zone one.
I don't know. Third Funhouse is a hard level.
Yes, yeah, that's
because
true too.
you're in the Funhouse and it's on fire. And he's right. The one reviewer, there's not a lot of direction in that part of the Funhouse, which makes it hard. And there's one point where I had no idea I had to run through fire.
Yes.
But it made sense. Like, they put all those syringes on the wall, or painkillers on the wall, right before it. And I'm like, okay, I have no damage. There's nowhere to go that I can see. I keep blowing up. What do I do? So I ran through one fire first. It didn't go anywhere. I'm like, okay, that's clearly not the way. Let's try this other fire, and that was the right way. So it's not like that's the nice part about the save state. You can just save wherever you fucking want and try new things. Like
that's very true.
So it took me like maybe 30 seconds to figure out I needed to go through the fire, but that was 30 seconds okay.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this game, like, it introduced that concept, which was annoying because it hadn't introduced anything like that before, and that's the only problem with it, is it's kind of out of the blue.
Yeah.
But I almost like it for being out of the blue.
True.
In a Max Payne game.
True.
Least favorite part of the game still when Mona dies. Made me so sad.
I know. Me too. I like Mona.
Yeah, she was like, her and Max were such a good couple. They would
really were.
They would have been.
I
perfect.
hated how much she was double crossing him, but also really felt for him. Like, it was so weird.
I'm guessing that Max kept saying how close the bullet was to her brain from the first game. I'm like, I don't think you're a doctor, dude. You don't even know if the bullet penetrated her fucking skull. It could have just zipped on the side of her skull and knocked her out.
he says the same thing with his own bullet in his head, where he's like, "Oh, I moved and I felt the bullet move, and it like really hurt, and it like."
Like he's
like,
yeah, he's not a doctor. He's full of shit.
Yeah.
Shut up, Max. You're not a fucking doctor.
Yeah.
But yeah, story wise, least favorite thing still Mona's death. Favorite thing, Funhouse was a lot of fun. I have no gripes about any of the story. I thought honestly the story was exactly how I wanted it to be.
Yeah, and honestly, like it was short, but it was an enjoyable short. Like I don't feel like if it was longer, I mean, it wouldn't have been bad by any means. But I do like it was a short, concise story, and it was very fun to play through.
I mean, what was nice about this game too is I played it through all in one sitting. It took me about like 5 hours, probably 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, I played it in 2 sittings.
But the one sitting is nice because you don't usually do that anymore with games. Like you don't get to sit down and just completely decimate a game in 6 hours or whatever. You know, you play it over 6 weeks and you get it done. This game is super easy to play over 6 hours and just get it done.
Exactly.
Like old school Halo.
Oh yeah.
One part that didn't make a lot of sense to me either, and they kept showing it, and maybe this is a reference to the first game that I just kept missing.
Okay.
Bravera, the lieutenant, your boss.
Okay.
The bald guy.
Yeah.
They kept showing him in like a hospital bed.
Oh, I don't even remember.
That was it was midpoint of the game. You fall down the construction site. You find, like, you have a dream sequence where you're in the police station and everyone's dead, and he's just in he's on the ground dying. And then from that point on, whenever you have a dream sequence, he's always in a hospital bed. And I'm like, did he die?
They showed him at the beginning of the game, and he's like yelling towards Max Payne, and he gets shot up by like by like an SMG or something.
No,
that wasn't him.
No.
Are you sure? I thought that was.
Does he get shot?
Yeah, like I distinctly remember.
He's
at
in
the beginning of the game.
No, he's in the police station later, just taking pills.
Yeah, but that was because at the beginning it's the end of the game, and then it flashes back to.
Oh, that's right. Happened. That's right. Sorry, I'm getting because he does the little flashback sequence.
Yes,
that makes sense.
Yes. So I do believe you did actually see his death at the beginning, but then maybe it flashed back in time.
Maybe not death. Then, maybe like,
or at least getting shot.
Yeah, he's in the hospital beds. I don't know. Maybe Max Payne again. Not a fucking doctor. Doesn't get to assume what people did when they get shot, but whatever. Yeah. I love by the end of the game how badass you feel too, because at the last level he's like, "I'm finally Max Payne again," and you're like, "Yeah, you are."
All right, let's go for number 3.
Yep, that was so good. All right, well that's story. Do we want to end it there? You got anything else to talk about with story?
Into the story section there. Yeah. I thought you meant in the podcast.
Just end the whole podcast right there.
No.
Move on.
Game sucked major donkey chode.
You can only do that. You can only do that once in every 10 episodes. Otherwise, people are going to expect you to do it every time.
The donkey chode?
No. The fake like.
Oh,
this game fucking sucks.
That's fair.
I've been trying to like
praising it.
I've been trying to like track how often I do it. I'm like, what did I do it here? Did I do it? No, I can do it this time. This time's good. It's 10 episodes.
Okay, we're gonna try to do that. Every 10 episodes.
Every 10 episodes we'll shit on a game that doesn't deserve to be shit on.
Yeah.
I gave the first game a nah. I distinctly remember that.
Okay.
So this game is worth. It's 100% worth. Like you can't.
Yeah.
Again, this is like the third time it's happened where we've had like the first game just completely suck balls where you could skip it, and the second game just fucking destroy.
Yes.
My expectations. Agreed. Every fucking time. It's so cool that games can do that.
Oh yeah. Well, and it's like so many people say the opposite for movies, which is an argument that I have against that in my own self. But like with games, it really is a lot of times like the second game really gets a lot of things right.
Yeah.
It's very rare that, and which I mean, there are just certain game companies that do not listen to the fan base at all and don't fix the things that needed to be fixed, and those games will always suck.
They're just money hungry.
Yeah, with the game companies who actually listen to the fan base and actually pay attention to the things we loved about those games, like games like companies like Rockstar and Remedy, like they did a really fucking good job.
Yeah, I
of
mean,
knowing
Rockstar
we
has just
wanted.
always been an amazing developer
Yeah.
themselves, and as a publisher,
Yes.
I'm sure they're like, "Hey guys, we got some feedback, so we really want you to take it to heart." Like, I
Mhm.
guarantee they're like that because every you think of Grand Theft Auto 4 and how good that was, and then you go
Yeah.
to 5 and you're like, "Oh my god, this is light years better."
Yeah. No,
You think of
Remedy
San
does
Andreas.
great. Yeah, Remedy just does great with all of their games. Honestly, like I
Yeah.
really love Alan Wake. I'm half or partway through Control right now, but I'm stuck on a boss fight against a fridge.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, aliens take over inanimate objects and become.
Boo, alien game, make it supernatural.
It's not. I don't. It's not aliens. It's something weird. I don't even fucking know. I
It's
didn't get to the
aliens,
end
but
yet.
they're interdimensional beings. Really pulling an Indiana Jones there.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah.
I also have to say this game is worth it 100%. This
Yeah.
game is it's just a ton of fun. Like I really just thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I didn't have moments where I'm like, God, I hate having to play this game for the podcast. I really just enjoyed playing this game.
Yeah, I remember struggling a bunch in the first one.
Yes.
I'd played in 30-minute sprints, and then I'd be like, I can't fucking do it anymore. I gotta stop.
Yeah, and I know you especially struggled with the dream sequences.
Yeah, because they fucked me over because
Yeah.
of random fucking invisible walls that you couldn't get and then
Yep.
you'd walk into them, and then suddenly they'd be behind you too, and then you could only go side to side, and you're on a thin line, and if you jump off that line, you die.
Yep, and I had to try 2 different types of ports for that first one because
Yep.
the first one sucked so badly I couldn't have any audio or anything, so I had to find a different version of the game where
Yep.
this one just worked perfectly throughout the
Yep.
entire time. And
Great
just
job,
was...
guys, on the second port, and maybe the first one will be way better if I just go and play the remake.
Yeah,
If-
that would
if
be
it-
fun.
Yeah, I bet the remake's going to be better. So I might
I
jump
agree.
into the remake and try that one. Like, this game has got me excited for the remake. That's how good
Yes.
this game was.
Could you imagine too if they put in the bullet time mechanics from this game
Into one.
the
Yeah,
first
I
game?
guarantee that's what they're going to do.
Yes,
I
Yes.
guarantee it. They did that with Mass Effect. I mean, they changed the entire shooting system to
Mhm.
match the second game.
They
So-
did that with Tony Hawk Pro Skaters remakes where they
Yeah.
added the reaver in the
Yeah.
stuff. And,
They
so,
know
yeah.
what they did well in one, and they're going to try to put it in as many as they can after that, you know?
Yes,
So,
which
yeah,
is
but-
the reason why remakes are good.
yeah, honestly, remakes are always good. So yeah, both worth on this one. This is a great game, guys. Please go and play it if you ever get a chance. It is not on Game Pass. It's not free. You do have to buy it.
Yes, it's
So-
a lot of times like $5-10 in most
Yeah, I was
places.
gonna say it's
you
probably
buy it.
$5-10, 20 at very most. And that's like the shittiest deal you'll get, which
Yeah.
is still not that much money.
Really not.
But yeah, let's talk about next week's game.
Beyond Two Souls.
I'm so excited. I told Steven we should do this one, and he added it to the list, and I really am excited.
Yeah, I've always wanted to play this one too, and we are gonna do our best not to dead name Elliot Page. So bear with us on that.
Yeah, I will. Well, in my synopsis, I just won't mention the name because Elliot Page isn't part of the synopsis. Just the
That's
character
fair.
is.
That's fair.
We will refer to the character as a she because that's what she is in the game.
Yes.
So just I don't know if you guys are going to be harping on us for that, but that's just the game is different than the person, and the person is different than what they were at the time. So,
Yes.
but yeah, we're excited to play Beyond Two Souls. We're excited to see Elliot Page at his best, and yeah,
Yes.
we'll catch you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.